Hello everybody and welcome back again to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Today we have some serious business to conclude. I need to judge the man formerly known as Blackwall, I guess. And yeah, I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer for that, so we're going to do this first of all. So yeah, let's get this over with.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
Okay, so... let's see. Your life is mine now. Well, that's not what I brought him here for, and I guess I didn't brought him here to have his gratitude either. And it is kind of difficult to see him like that.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
Well... I had to do something. I mean, sure, I could have let you there, but... I don't know. Yeah, I had no choice.
I wish there'd been another way, but my options were limited.
You could have left me there. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
Let's see. You're free if you atone. Free him to make amends for his crime. The Wardens will decide. Give Rainier to the Wardens once this is over. I own you. Your life continues. Keep him in servitude. Wow. Well, yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. If I really wanted to punish him that badly, I should have just let him in prison. You're free if you atone. The Wardens will decide. Yeah, I honestly feel I shouldn't let this go completely unpunished. That would send a very unfavorable sign of the Inquisition. I mean, we used our influence to free him from jail, and then we just let him go. That doesn't feel right. The Wardens will decide. I mean, I usually don't like just passing on the responsibility to somebody else, but I mean, if this means that he may actually be able to join the Wardens, you know, go through the joining, then I think this would actually be a very good solution. I mean, first of all, apparently that's what the real Blackwall wanted to begin with, that he, you know, undertakes joining and becomes a Grey Warden if he survives. And it would also be kind of legal, since, you know, the Grey Wardens, they can conscript even criminals. So... We wouldn't be accused of just, you know, freeing a murderer and not giving him a proper punishment. I'm not sure if this is actually what this option means. It just means the Wardens will decide, so they could just decide to kill him or whatever. But I mean, that's what the Wardens do, right? They conscript criminals, if anything. So I guess they will either do that, or, I don't know, just send him away. I don't really know how the Wardens feel about that. The fact that he pretended to be one of them. But yeah, I don't like the idea of not giving him any punishment at all. And I don't like this. So we will let the Wardens decide. So yeah. Here you go, Blackwall. Tom Rainier, whatever.
Blackwall intended you join the Wardens. I will let them decide your fate.
Yeah.
But only when Corypheus is dead. For now, Tom Rainier, the Inquisition needs you.
As you command.
This is a chance to atone. Becoming a warden isn't a mercy. If you die, good riddance. Yeah, becoming a warden isn't a mercy, but I mean that's what he wanted, right? I think his admiration for the wardens was actually real, and that wasn't just something that he pretended. So I think he may actually, if he survives, this is actually what he may want as well.
I'm told not all survive the joining, and the life of a true warden is difficult.
If I die, it will be no less than I deserve. And if I live, I'll make it count. I am grateful for this, Inquisitor. And I will serve for as long as I can.
Alright. Yeah, I think this is actually this is a good judgment, I think. And quest completed. Okay. Oh dear. Well, that was very interesting, and I think we should probably go and talk to him again after this. But yeah, oh, another operation. But as I was just about to say, now I understand a few things, not just about some of the weird things that Blackwall said in regards to the Wardens, and that he apparently didn't really know what the Grey Wardens, some of these things that the Grey Wardens do. But also, a while ago, someone said in the comments that the Blackwall romance is best suited for first playthrough. And yeah, now I get it. I mean, all of this must be even more shocking when you're in a romance with him, right? I actually do wonder what Freya would have done in that situation. I mean, I don't know if the whole thing would have gone down differently if you're in a romance with him, but just assuming that it's basically the same. So you start a romance at some point, and everything is fine for I don't know, a few months, and then suddenly you have a weird talk over a drink, and then he's just gone, leaving you just a letter, and then you need to track him down, and then you find out about this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, her professional judgment would not have differed in that case. So she still would have freed him, I guess, and I think she still would have turned him over to the Grey Wardens, because, I mean, the last thing she would want in that situation is being accused of favoritism, right? So I think that would not have differed if she had been in a romance with him. But in regards to their personal relationship, I don't know. I think she actually may have ended it then, because I mean, nobody likes a good redemption story as much as Freya, you know. And she's no saint herself, and she doesn't expect other people to be one. And I think she can totally see that he really repents and wants to atone, and that he only pretended to be a Grey Warden because he honestly wants to do good. But entering an intimate relationship under the pretense of a false identity is something different. That's very personal, and it also would have been completely unnecessary. If he told her about it before, or, well, as soon as they started a relationship, I think then it would have been okay. I mean, of course, she still would have been shocked, but I think she would have said, okay, I'm glad you trusted me, and I respect your honesty and your courage to tell me this, and we will somehow work this out together. But if it happens like this, you know, even in the moment when he decided that he needs to come forward with it, he just disappeared to die instead of facing her. And assuming that happens in case of a romance as well, then yeah, I think she would have been very disappointed. Also, as I mentioned not long ago, as Inquisitor, she really has enough on her hands already. And, every day she has to face danger, and she's always under scrutiny, and she has to make almost impossible life and death decisions all the time. And yeah, I don't know, she definitely doesn't need more of that sort of drama in her private life. And I also spoke about how as Inquisitor, having a relationship with one of your followers already is slightly unprofessional in itself already. And I think that Freya is actually well aware of that. And, it makes her sort of, I guess, vulnerable to attack and criticism. And, it may distract her and influence her objectivity and so on. So, if she allows herself this sort of, indulgence, I think she just has to be sure that, that the man that she shares her bed with absolutely and 100% and unconditionally has her back, And after this incident, there would at least be some doubt, I believe. So, yeah, I guess she would say, sorry, but I can't really afford that sort of bullshit right now, so let's end this. I mean, Freya also wouldn't have tolerated Isabella levels of drama. Juno, on the other hand, she could afford that. And I think she actually kind of enjoyed the trouble that Isabella got her into, because I believe that Juno was just always extremely bored. And that's probably also the reason why she accepted to do all that random stuff for other people. Because she was bored and craved some excitement. And that's probably also why she came back to help the Inquisition. I mean, a few years of just hiding must have been like hell for her. So yeah, I think Juno actually liked the drama, but Freya is just in a completely different situation, and she just doesn't need that sort of crap. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing that I didn't pick the Blackwall romance, because that wouldn't have ended well. Assuming that I could have ended it. And I mean, why shouldn't I? I mean, I could dump Cullen for basically no reason whatsoever. So I assume I could have dumped Blackwall as well. And yeah, I probably would have done that if it had happened. And if I wanted to be true to her character, I probably would have ended it. So yeah, dodged the bullet right there. Anyway, let's maybe find him again and talk to him a bit about what just occurred. Blackwall. Can I even call you Blackwall now? I mean, it's not really your name, right?
Maker and lady, Corypheus is taking the lot of them apart.
The Inquisition is on its tail. That thing is a coward, even if it's lots of places.
Wardens and Hallam Sharal? They're supposed to be our best. That's what they always said.
That's what the nobles say. Wardens don't say anything. They just go to work.
A lot of good it did them.
That guy's a little bit panicked. Alright. Well, the description still says Blackwall, so let's talk to him.
Inquisitor?
So, yeah, what do I call you now?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Well, I guess it's a noble sentiment. I mean, it's much to live up to, you know. But I mean, you did already got a lot of good using that name, so I guess we can work with that.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
All right. Let's talk about wardens. Yes, let's talk about them again.
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens? Or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Yeah, he was being quite evasive most of the time. That's right. And yes, of course, that's the reason why he never heard that false calling from Corypheus, because he isn't a damn grey warden.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
Well, I can agree with that. And yeah, you did help us in our endeavors so far, so I'm not forgetting that.
The Wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
And you still seem to idolize them.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals. I needed to believe something like that was possible.
Yeah, I can understand that sentiment. So why were you recruited?
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing the tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
Were you drunk? So, yeah, I guess that was a noble act.
I can see why the Warden was impressed.
You're assuming my intentions were noble. Told the girl to keep the wine coming. She couldn't, not with those louts bothering her. Something had to be done.
Alright. Yeah, that's enough.
We'll
for
continue
now.
this another time.
But yeah, a lot of things make more sense now with this new information. I think it would be really interesting, you know, when you would play the game and listen to all the things he says with the hindsight of the new information. Okay, so what are we going to do now? I think we can go and talk to Cassandra, because I still haven't done so after returning from the Winter Palace.
What do you
Okay.
need?
Cassandra,
A good place to
Let's-
pick yourself up and dust off.
okay. Okay, let's talk, Cassandra.
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've heard enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
I guess this is about her position as candidate for the Divine. Having fun.
The fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day, you watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine.
Yeah.
Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
So, is that even possible? Apparently it is.
How can you and Leliana be candidates? You're not even priests.
It's not without precedent. Amar III was sister to the Emperor, and Galatea a commoner. Leliana and I were, at least, part of the Chantry hierarchy. It would be accepted.
Why am I not a candidate? Well, if you don't want to become the Divine, you could refuse, couldn't you?
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
You really feel that way?
I'm surprised to hear you of all people say that.
Oh? Am I not the same woman who declared the Inquisition against the Chantry's wishes? In all my years as a Seeker, I did what I was told. My faith demanded it. But now my faith demands something else. That I see with better eyes.
Well, so I guess if you would become Divine, you could try to be better than the previous ones, right?
If you're concerned, then make it better.
Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
Alright. And what of Liliana?
You're not the only candidate. What about Liliana?
Liliana says she wishes to follow Justinia's legacy. But she and I remember a different person. Justinia knew her fellow clerics and the people would only accept so much change. Liliana would cast it all aside and start over, I think. And that would be chaos for us all.
And what would you change?
What would you change about the Chantry?
The Circle of Magi has its place, but it needs reform. Let the mages govern themselves with our help. Let the Templars stand not as the jailers of mages, but as protectors of the innocent. We must be vigilant, but we must also be compassionate to all peoples of Thedas, human or no. That is what I would change.
Well, that actually sounds pretty reasonable. I like your determination. It's so funny that I can still flirt with some people. I mean, in case of in case of Cassandra and Dorian, it doesn't actually do anything, but I can still flirt with Sarah, which is kind of strange. I can help you become Divine. I can. I don't know. Those are both very, very interesting choices.
Your determination is admirable.
I do nothing that is not worth doing with all my heart.
It's your most attractive trait.
Oh, I can still use this option. Yeah, I can help you become Divine. I mean, sure, why shouldn't I help her? I mean, I don't really know if I have a favorite here, Liliana or Cassandra. They both seem well suited in my opinion. So I'm not sure if by picking this I kind of sideline Liliana a bit, because I would rather not take sides in this. But still, let's pick this. I can help you become Divine.
I have influence, and I can use it to help the Chantry make up its mind.
I cannot ask you to do that.
You don't have to.
If you think that is the right thing to do, then thank you. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
Alright. Support Cassandra operation available. Oh, so this is a war table operation. Alright, very nice. Yeah, maybe let's talk to her again. And I get another cutscene.
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
There is no plan. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a plan, but we can still try to make things better, you know?
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
You're too idealistic. I don't want the same things. Well, it doesn't sound so bad what she's saying. I mean, it's not very concrete, but just, you know, theoretically, I think those are indeed admirable goals.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You admire me?
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I make it up as I go. I do what must be done. I obey my conscience. I would like to think that she does indeed obey her conscience.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
That's quite a grand comparison you're doing here. So yeah, I hope we're friends and not just that I'm not just some idol for you.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
All right. A little personal talk with Cassandra. And I still haven't spoken to her normally.
I understand the Inquisition has tracked down the missing Seekers.
Right.
Herr Oswin. I didn't see Ban Loren as the sort of nobleman that would become involved in this war. The sooner we go there, the sooner I can put this search behind me.
Yeah, I think Cassandra's companion quest is probably the next that I want to do. So, you're a romantic?
So, that book you were reading?
Yes, what of it?
So under that taciturn shell beats a true romantic heart.
Why must it be an accusation? Romance is not the sole province of dithering ladies in frilly dresses. It is passion. It is being swept away by the pursuit of an ideal. What is not to like about that?
I didn't say that I don't like it. Yes, I like that you like it.
Don't get me wrong. I like this side of you.
I don't swoon.
I meant the passion.
Oh, well that's not so bad then.
Oh, nothing wrong with a little bit of swooning now and then. And let's start again.
I trust all is well.
Yeah, tell me about yourself. I think there was still that one question about her brother that she didn't want to tell me way back in Haven. I think a lot of stuff has changed since then.
I have some more questions.
As you wish.
Yeah, what happened to your brother?
Tell me about your brother.
Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentagast could truly be. I idolized him. I wanted to hunt dragons as he did, even though our uncle forbade it. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me.
Well, that's awful.
That sounds really awful.
It was the end of everything I knew. A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them. He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance.
I understand that.
I think I understand how you felt.
At times I could not breathe. The rage nearly choked me. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind.
Alright, that's all for now.
I'll let you get back to work.
Hang on a second.
Hello again.
So, do you want to be divine?
So, you're a candidate for Divine now.
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Well, it's at least some point of consideration. Isn't happiness important?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
Well, I guess Freya can completely understand that. I mean, she didn't really want to become Inquisitor either, but when she was made Inquisitor, she accepted that responsibility. And yes, I think you'd make a good divine.
I think you'd make an excellent choice.
Thank you. Let's hope the Chantry clerics agree.
And I'd like your advice.
Do you have any advice for me?
It seems that Corypheus searches for elven artifacts. That's hardly surprising. Tevinter power is based on what those vultures scavenged from the ancient elves. Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once.
Do you have more advice?
Do you have any advice for me?
We must keep an eye on the College of Clerics. The moment they elect a divine, things could change quickly.
And more advice?
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the new recruits. Liliana says spies are inevitable, and I agree.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for me?
We must guard Skyhold carefully. There is no telling when Corypheus will next attack.
Well, you're just full of advice.
Do you have any advice for me?
We must guard Skyhold
Okay.
carefully. There is no telling when Corypheus will next attack.
Apparently you ran out of advice. Okay, so goodbye.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
So I guess we finally fully caught up with Cassandra as well. And yeah, the next companion mission that I'm going to do is probably the one for Cassandra because she has been waiting for some time. Anyway, there's one other thing that I wanted to check. Yes, I can get the last upgrade. Courtyard upgrade. Let's do this. Why not? Upgrade the courtyard to cosmetically reflect the Inquisition's force. Invest here to select between infirmary space or sparring grounds.
Consider it done.
Alright, alright. So, I guess I will have to select my choice. Oh, is it this on top here? Yes, that must be it. Alright. Infirmary, a cosmetic upgrade that declares the Inquisition's promise to be both welcoming and protective for all who seek its support. A cosmetic upgrade that declares the Inquisition's investment in the recruitment and training of its soldiers so that all who wish to fight are put to their best use. Well, I don't know, as much Freya is biased towards soldiers, I think a place to properly treat the wounded may be more important, so we're going to pick this. There we go. Alright, so I'm not sure where this actually is now, this new upgrade. Maybe I will try to look around Skyot and try to find it next time. But I think I will go back to the war table. I had some interesting missions going on, for example, the one with the dead Duchess.
Inquisitor.
And let's check this and assign some new missions, and I think after that we can probably end the episode. Alright. Let's see what you've done. And yeah, let me try to see if I can trigger some party band. It didn't work last time, so I'm not sure if this is just not working anymore at all, or if there's some other reason for that.
I have requests for information on your lineage from a few interested parties at the Winter Palace.
Andraste preserve me. Feel free to use those requests as kindling.
No, I shall take them. I want to know who pines for our commander. We can use this to our advantage.
I'm not bait.
Hush. Just look pretty.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Leave the poor man alone, Liliana. That is so funny. Okay. Let's see what we did here. Right, judgment. Duchess in a box to a 941. We put her head on a pike, right? Well, I cannot say I'm pleased, Inquisitor. Thanks to you, I know of a soldier whose sole job is to shake the Duchess's head at social ne'er-do-wells. Was this truly necessary? I could have had a cherry of a don't sign delivered from Kirkwall in a matter of days. Or made here. I believe that very commands the right. Regardless, I'm not sure the problem was solved. Choose to be told, and now I forget what it was, so job done. Okay, this is hands down the funniest report that I've ever received in this game so far. This was so worth it. Totally worth picking this option. This is just hilarious. And yeah, I remember the don't signs. I think it was some party band in Dragon Age 2 between Varric and Evelyn, I think. I don't remember the details anymore. I think it was about hitting criminals with don't signs or something like that. Yeah, job done. Very well. And I can just sense the disapproval dripping from every word in this report. This is so funny. Okay, let's accept this. Okay, let's have a look at the other stuff. A quiet message arrived from House Amnadaris today. Considering the speed of the response, it seems hard to believe the family had no knowledge of what Dorian found in the box. I wonder how long they've sat upon the secret, wondering if it might someday come to light. Liliana. The quiet message. My dear Inquisitor, we are most appreciative of the information you provided. How scandalous to think there might be any connection between our house and those fiends of legend. It's not true, of course. And to reassure you on that point, I intend to dedicate my family towards helping the Inquisition in its righteous struggle. Yours in faith, Magister Irian of House Amnadaris, Master Spirit Rule. Well, this actually worked out quite well. Thank you, Liliana. And we have this one, continuing research. A formally submitted report. Current progress and findings. Some animals in regions with closed rifts exhibit fewer altered behaviors, but the results are inconsistent. Several anomalies in hunting patterns suggest the breach still impacts local wildlife. Furthermore, some species persist in erratic behaviors. I suspect that both the opening and closing of rifts cause fluctuations in the veil that continue to disturb their natural instincts. Long-term effects still unknown. Studying the flight patterns of local songbirds may yield further results. Additional notes. I forwarded a 50-page report to Commander Cullen, outlining ways to counteract aggressive behavior in several species. Signed, Hanisma, Directed Inquisitor Researcher. A 50-page report. Yeah, I'm sure he will be delighted to read it. Okay, still, I think that is a good result, so let's see what else we can do here. Stop the rumors. From far off Morsiman, a songstress comes, with lies and thoughtless jibes insults our name. I hated her in school, she pulled my hair. What? We must not let her make these vulgar claims, Meriden. Oh, this is a quest that I got from our bard. Or minstrel, whatever. So what does this mean? There is some songstress that insults the Inquisition somewhere. Okay. Our allies' words will turn the tide for us. Okay. A minstrel with no tongue can tell no lies. What? What the hell, Liliana? Isn't this a little bit extreme? No, this is ridiculous. What? These whatever missions are just getting better and better. So so she just wants to spread some counter rumors, I guess. And Liliana wants to cut her tongue out, and Cullen just thinks it ridiculous. So hang on, Cullen, let me get this straight. You're basically suggesting to do nothing, but you still want 33 minutes to not do it. Well, sure. I'm kind of inclined to use this option again just because it's so funny. And I mean, if anyone needs 33 minutes of not doing anything, it's Cullen. So
Inquisitor.
there you go. Take a break. Take a break. All right, let's have a look at this. Inquisitor, here's the thing. I don't even own a mask. Oh, it's from Alistair again. Okay. Thus, when the Orlesian Empress invites me to engage in real peace talks, I get nervous. I don't know what Orlesians mean when they say that, but I hear it involves poison and dancing. Perhaps both at the same time. I'm told you know Empress Selene and she owes you for that whole saved your life business. Considering you also helped save mine, I did. I don't remember that. Perhaps the Inquisition could help make these talks happen. Oh, I do remember it. It was that other war table operation that we had a while ago. Okay. Let's see. Josephine is the only one that can do this. There's a great deal of bad blood between these nations, but I will do my best to facilitate their talks. Okay, go
Let
for
us
it,
begin.
Josie. And now we should find something for Liliana. What is something that she may enjoy? Unmask those across the sea. I had our people remove the downward pointing triangular symbol from our outpost. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition. Someone organized with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Kunari as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they're not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources, but so do we, and they should learn that we are not to toy with the Inquisition. Yeah, I vaguely remember that there was something about this earlier in some war table operation. I don't fully remember what was going on there. If our investigations have any hope of succeeding, we'll have to strike hard and fast before they even know we're looking. A coordinated effort, hitting all the leads we have at once. This is pointless. I won't commit our forces to hunting a shadowy cabal obsessed with little chalk drawings. I say we forget this and focus on Corypheus. Well, that sounds like Cullen. He's very uncooperative today. He's always just no. This is pointless. This is ridiculous. This is so funny. But yeah, I think we should have Liliana investigate this.
Let's see what we have.
There you go. I think Cullen is just pissed that I sent him on this head on a pike mission, and so he just refused to give me any advice today. Anyway, I think we have done enough here. So let's leave the war table. And I'm going to end the episode here. And I think after all this Skyhold stuff, it is time to head out into the world again. And I will continue to look at the Emerald Graves. There's still lots of stuff to be done. And as usual, we will spend maybe like 2 episodes in this place, trying to finish as much as we can, and then I will come back to Skyhold, and I will do another companion mission, most likely Cassandra's. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and see you again next time.